In Qingzhou, there was a man named Jia who was staying away from home, often not returning for a whole year. He kept a white dog at home, and his wife ended up having a relationship with it, gradually turning into a habit. One day, after the husband came back, he slept with his wife. The dog suddenly rushed in, jumped on the bed, and bit the merchant, who was actually bitten to death. Later, the neighbors gradually heard about this incident and all felt it was unfair. They then filed a complaint with the local authorities. The authorities arrested the woman, but she refused to confess, so she was put in jail. Ordering someone to bring the dog, he then brought out his wife. Upon seeing his wife, the dog immediately rushed forward, tearing her clothes and making mating gestures. His wife was speechless at first. The two runners each take charge of escorting a prisoner, one escorting the person and the other the dog. If someone wanted to see how they would escort them, he would gather money to bribe the runners, and the runners then led the person and the dog together for the handover. Wow, wherever he went, there were often hundreds of people gathered to watch. The local authorities thus made profit from this. Later, both the man and his dog were cut into pieces and died. Alas, the world is so vast, truly anything can happen. However, are there only one such woman among those with the faces of humans but the hearts of beasts? The historian of strange tales said in his judgment on this case, meeting by the Pew River was criticized in ancient times. Meeting in the mulberry forest would even make people feel ashamed. I can't stand the loneliness of being alone in an empty house, nor can I resist the pleasure of idle thoughts and fleeting indulgence. At night, the thing that lies beside the bed like a demon is actually the family's female beast. You, who quickly dart into the cave, becomes the lover under the quilt. In front of the Yunyu terrace, playing with the fur tail ornament in the land of softness, frequently caressing the elephant's waist ornament, a sharp awl is hidden in a leather pouch. Once an opportunity arises, it pierces through the bag and emerges. Sentimental feelings are tied to the arrowhead. As soon as it is shot, they take root and sprout, suddenly thinking about interacting with the other type. This thought is really unreasonable. Dogs bark and participate in evil deeds, jealous, brutal killing people. The law is hard to manage as effectively as Xiao and Strao can did. Humans are not beasts, but actually act like beasts. Deceitful, dirty, lustful, smelly, even meat is not as willing to be eaten by jackals and tigers. Alas, if a person commits the crime of adultery and murder, he is sentenced to be slowly cut to death. But if a dog commits the same crime, there's no corresponding punishment in the human world. If a person has a bad character, he is punished by being transformed into a dog. However, if a dog has a bad nature, even the laws of the underworld cannot punish it. He should be dismembered to recover his soul and sent to the king of hell to answer for his crimes.